Hi! As you might know by now, I am pregnant. I am currently between 16 and 17 weeks, but I owe you a first trimester video, which due to different reasons happening throughout those months, I didn't have time to film. So, let's do this! Have my notes here, because pregnancy brain. Right. We found out I was pregnant around, well, exactly on 26th of November. I was 5 weeks and a half by that time. It was a planned baby, but we didn't plan when it's gonna happen per se. It's just, we were just waiting for when it's gonna happen. 2 months before I finally got pregnant, I thought I was pregnant, and I had all the symptoms. I was feeling nauseous, my boobs were hurting, I was really tired. And then I did the test, nothing, negative. Next month, the same thing. So when November came, and my period was 2 days late, my boobs were really sore, I was that tired all the time. I just got home from work and I told Andrew, well, I'm gonna do a test. And he said, no, come on, do it in the morning, you know how it is. All the levels of everything, hormones, they will show up in the morning. And I'm like, you know what, for 2 months I did the test, they were negative. But right after I got my period, so my boobs stopped hurting. I'm gonna do the test now, and that'll be it basically. I will get my period, and that's it. Little did I know, I was pregnant by then. Went to the toilet, I think it was around 7 p.m. Took the test, a cheap one. Started looking at it, and right away it started showing the first line, and I'm like, do you have T and C on it? And it started showing a line under T, and I'm like, oh yeah, you're so tired, you turned it out wrong. So turned it around, because it's supposed to be under control line, of course. Then the second line appeared, which was the control line, and I was looking at it, really looking at it. I'm like, 2 lines. What the hell? What does that mean? I'm like, oh, that means I'm pregnant. Nah, can't be. So then I was really confused, mixed emotions. Because I was in a state of shock. I always thought waiting for it to happen, it won't be a surprise. But it still came as a big surprise. So I went downstairs Andrew, can you come upstairs a little bit, because it is either I'm going crazy or I'm pregnant. And pregnant I was. Let's get to the symptoms. Nausea. A really common symptom. Well, I was lucky, because my nausea wasn't 24/7. It just appeared every 2 hours when I got hungry, if I walked around a lot, got out of breath really quickly, so getting nauseous, and if I was speaking a lot, really quickly, and due to stress. So whenever I was really stressed at work, I was getting nauseous. I was lucky, I never vomited. There were 2 or 3 times where I was really close. That was it. Tiredness. Holy hell. I was that tired. Everyone's saying take a afternoon nap. Well, I couldn't, because I worked 12-hour shifts, so that wasn't the case for me. I couldn't take naps. So I was really tired. I cut down on coffee, because before that I was drinking 5 to 10 cups of coffee per day. I know that's a lot, but I was okay doing it. And then I cut down to only 1 cup in the morning. So by midday I was really sleepy, drowsy, couldn't really function. Then the food aversion starting to happen. Basically, I didn't want to eat anything. Like nothing smelled good enough for me, especially if I was cooking. It's like, I want to eat that, and then I started preparing the food, and by the time it was done, I was like, nope, nope, won't happen, I won't eat it, can't eat it, it doesn't smell right for me. So it was a bit of a struggle. So I was living on Belvita cookies. Every 2 hours I ate a pack, like a small one, of 4 cookies. That like turned the nausea down a bit because of being hungry. And that was basically it. Couldn't eat anything. I was eating the cookies all the time, and then in December, like a month after, sugar rush came in. I was always more of a savory person, but this time you showed me chocolate, it was gone. It's like fizzy drinks and chocolate. That was my thing in December. Keep in mind I'm lactose intolerant, so eating all that chocolate, like milk chocolate, my tummy was hurting, but I was still eating it because the baby wanted it apparently. I don't know. Also in December I started feeling really bloated. I always had all my fat like concentrated in the middle of a tummy, so it did look like I was a few months pregnant, not only a month. And then when I got bloated, no pants will fit me. Like sitting at work for 12 hours with pants that were like tugging you in wrong places, it was horrible. So I just went and bought maternity clothes like nearly straight away, because it was so much more comfortable than trying to fit in my regular pants and jeans and stuff like that. I couldn't do it. It was like too tight all around my tummy just because I was being bloated. Also, in December I was 8 weeks on, basically on Christmas Day, which my usual GP surgery was closed on, of course, and then a week later it was New Year's Day, so couldn't go to see my midwife. Basically I went to the first appointment in 7th week, got this cute little folder, Mama Academy, which now contains all my informations. It's a really nice touch, but like going from the GP throughout the whole of the village, holding this in my hands, like everyone was looking at me, everyone knew, I couldn't hide it anymore. We told our parents like basically around week 6, because I didn't want to hide it. I couldn't really hide it from my mom because she's Skyping me like once per week or once per 2 weeks. And she was always asking me, oh, how are you feeling, are you pregnant yet, blah blah blah. And this time I was like just smiling, and she's like, you're pregnant, aren't you? And I'm like, yep. So that was it. That's how basically my parents found out about me being pregnant. We didn't want to tell grandmas, which I just told my parents and my sister, and Andrew told his parents and sister. And we wanted to keep it like this up until the week 12 when we did our first scan, and we knew everything's gonna be okay. Then come January, we went on holiday between 8th and 22nd of January. The day when we were flying to Slovenia, I think it was the first day of being on the 11th week. So I was really impatient because I knew that my first scan, which was supposed to be in 12 weeks, it's gonna be in 14 week when I come back to UK. So I booked a scan appointment in Slovenia, paid for it, and it was really nice. It was so funny because by that time when we got to Slovenia, and I knew I was pregnant because I didn't have my period, and I had all those hormone changes, but I wasn't really feeling pregnant. So I was like, am I getting crazy, or is there really something growing inside of me? So then when we got to Slovenia, we went to the scan appointment. It was a really nice doctor, and I remember like lying there and bam, there it was, there was a baby like in my tummy, and I immediately started laughing like you can't do a scan while you're laughing, obviously. But it was just like a nervous laugh, because I was like, should I cry? No, I won't cry, because I'm in the presence of a stranger. I won't cry. So I started nervously laughing. And Andrew was just like looking at that screen, like mesmerized, like really clearly in love. And I was like, that's it, I'm not crazy. There it is. There's a proof. I wasn't going crazy the past few weeks. I was pregnant. And the baby didn't really want to be seen. It was like moving a bit, and then immediately when we started the scan, no, I'm gonna go to sleep, lay down, got to sleep. That was it. We couldn't wake it, even if we tried, we couldn't. He just decided, I'm gonna sleep. And because I was around 11th week, they did the nuchal translucency test in Slovenia, showed everything was okay, and we decided we're gonna share the news with the world, basically with you guys. And at that point we posted the video, which you should or would have already seen, about big changes. Welcome to the new chapter, guys. I'm pregnant and yeah.